Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Age of Wonders 3, where today we are pushing for this magic victory. I'm pretty confident we're going to at least get in position for it. We already have our tome. We have all of our necessary affinities. It's just a matter of getting the cities prepped to do the thing. So my plan, roughly, is to try to build the Seer Spire and Prime City victory buildings as close together as possible so that we can have like two armies standing in between them ready to run to either one, and then have one, or honestly I'd feel a lot safer with two more armies sitting up here, playing defense on the magic victory building, which will be right here on this side. So we're going to finish these teleporters, and then and then we're just trying to get there, right? So it's a matter of generating a bunch of mana and a bunch of gold, both because building the things themselves costs a bunch of mana and gold, and also because we need to be able to maintain the great big army that's going to get us where we're going. So while we're waiting on that, let's what are we doing? We finished researching Time Stop, which seems useful. Astral Shattering seems fine. Emergency Teleportation is pretty whatever. We're no longer like totally concerned about just grabbing the nearest or the fastest research. This is in theory useful for gold, but it is actually a city structure that we'd have to build, and I think most of our cities are not done building their normal gold buildings yet, so we'll just take the discounted one. It's good for screwing with our enemies. Presidio has sent a war party, and we shall feast on their souls when they arrive. And then down here in the underground, I mean, presumably we should just rip up all these units. Thou shalt not suffer an enemy to live. Low spirits. Get it? Because they're phantasm warriors. They're scared of us. Will I allow them to simply leave? I can pay mana to gain knowledge. That's exactly what I do not want to do, in fact. I mean, just grant them mercy, right? I don't care. I just want you off of my mana node. I have no particular reason to devour these guys. We did find 86 mana, so that's pretty useful. Clear this thing out next turn, and then it should be more or less safe down here. What are we doing next with our Imperium? What is my plan here? That's probably not too meaningful. Guardian Spirit and Resurgence. What does that mean? Friendly animal units get some stuff. Okay, and as long as you keep winning battles, this thing will never die. That's cool. That's cool. Defended magic materials is certainly not bad. Casting a combat spell reduces the cost of other combat spell types. So, in case you want to like alternate between damage spells and summons and stuff. That Astral Rite is definitely interesting. Quickening will be helpful. Armies are restored to full and regain 50% of their movement after using a teleporter, and also teleporters generate mana. This feels significant, right? It's also very expensive. Like, what else would we want? We don't really need any of this general stuff. No. Road building, I suppose, could be interesting. Because that'd make it a little bit easier for these units to run back and forth between the two cities, but like that's definitely a last thing before you fire the event kind of situation. We don't need to worry about that right now. We don't actually need large bursts of knowledge anymore at this point. This is not completely useless. Armies generate extra hit points per turn in hostile territories, kind of whatever. That's kind of whatever. Farms granting bonus food. The natural recovery is going to be really good, but we probably don't want to take it before we take the mana generation thing. Yeah, and I don't think any of the stuff that is close along the nature line looks like it matters, so wild expansion's pretty good. I think there's definitely something to just going super heavy on nature affinity the way we have gone on astral affinity here, because it seems like there's a ton of really great stuff on the nature line. Really, really powerful skills. So, okay, yeah, we're doing all this. We're saving. We got to work on our income rates, though. Definitely having some problems on that front. Should probably keep my eyes up here, I suppose, because this is where the war parties will be coming in. Like that one. Okay, so it is a hero heading 6 units, but most of the units are tiny and weak. This should be pretty safe. Auto combat. You know what? I think I'm just gonna take that. That's fine. That puts us at exactly 200 souls as well. Which means, as much as we do need to save up mana, maybe it would be better to do this afterward. Obviously I'm thinking we want to get this Whiteborn transformation up, right? Because lifesteal is fantastic. But it probably is right to do that afterward. Okay, Seerspire has gained the ability to reach out further. So we probably want to start the heart first. The heart's going to take forever to build. So we want to hold off on that for now. And we want to build the heart in Prime City, right? Trading a little bit of gold for a little bit of magic income is almost certainly the move. You hit level 5. Where for some reason you have summon animal. So these are like scrambled a little bit. They're not always the same for everybody, right? Because summon animal was definitely a level 10 signature for someone else. I do think summon animal is quite a bit better than any of these other ones, especially for this character in particular. Yeah, tier 3 units are pretty solid. And can you get another level of Magecraft? Yeah, it's pretty much always going to be Magecraft, right? As long as you can take it. Okay, so... I'm a little worried about this. I really do want to get our Lady of Perpetual Fire back up here so that we can roll the enemies a little bit more easily. Okay, being pushed from both sides at the same time is a little scary. This is described as a low-risk battle, though. Prime City can continue to grab. So we're going to want to build as close to this area as possible. Definitely just grab the quarry for the moment. Am I allowed to? Yeah, okay, I am allowed to settle this area. This is like the ideal location, right? Unfortunately, the fact that we just pulled a population point means, yeah, it's going to be a long time. Unless I want to pay... Unless I want to pay... Honestly, it might be worth it. Alright, you run up here. Look at how good roads are. Look at how good it is to have roads. Alright, let's go ahead and get the murdering done over here. Hopefully easy enough. Yeah, I mean, their units are not actually very good. This is one of those things where the game actually playing the battle out is going to be like, oh yeah, they can't deal damage to you in any meaningful way, right? Alright, collecting lots of souls. It's always good. You are level 5 as well. And yeah, you're not allowed to take You're not allowed to take get animals, sadly. Damage sustained by the target. Oh yeah, that's right. Assassinate. Slight chance of killing an injured target, increasing the lower the target's hit points are. But it's not. It doesn't like do anything cool if you don't get the assassinate. So summon undead gives you 3 tier 1s instead of 1 tier 3. That's definitely worse. It's still probably good though. Yeah, just like more units, right? More units is more good. Fighting is like fine. Starblades is pretty bad in my opinion. At this point, experienced leader is not going to be meaningful, so we probably are taking something like fighting, just like a 10% increase in damage. It's very whatever. Sentinel's not bad. It's hard to know if it's actually going to be valuable. This ends up giving you +2 damage per strike, which actually is more than a 10% gain on a strike with a base value of 13. So I guess I would take this over over fighting too. And we got a level up on our ruler as well. Level 7. We are definitely not getting that's the next signature skill. Alright, so like what's compelling here? Obviously quick phase is pretty useful. More evocations. We already have a pretty good evocation. Plus range is almost certainly the answer. Yeah, it's going to be plus range. For sure. Alright, so let's do that. I guess just get back in position. Get ready to take on these nerds. So I want to wait for the teleporter thing, because I want those teleporters generating extra mana as quickly as possible, right? I think so. So we know that other players have built some of the victory buildings. I wonder if I could just target them and like nuke their buildings from the sky like this. Astral Attunement is a major race transformation, and you can only have one major transformation, right? Granting powerful bonuses to all the race's units. Yeah. So this would give us pass through and bonus mana per population. I would probably rather have the transformation that's going to make us good at fighting, honestly. Cascading power seems not great to me. Yeah, it's just like 5 damage and then 10 damage, then 15 damage. I guess it's free, but I mean, it's kind of free. I'm sure you're paying an upkeep for it. We do have 5 units that fit the Cosmic Overdrive thing, so we could just... 30% is a lot of extra damage. That makes that one army really, really do a lot of harm. But I think we're more likely to use Cascading Power than the others. I don't think it's very likely. Okay, the Free City of Pyre has declared war on me. I'm sure that, I'm sure that makes sense for them. We are not spending any mana if we don't have to until things are rolling. Okay, our units are getting the job done. Again, they're coming at us with pretty weak compositions here. So, a bunch more souls. That's fun. Okay. We have a lot of remains of heroes. So my plan is for Carissa the Red to get back up top. You'll probably just stay down here, actually. I don't know yet if the other, like, whether to expect the other players to really come after us. Whoa. Okay. Just grabbed my camera and pulled it down here for some reason. So this is her seed. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is making all this noise? I don't know. I can't tell. Okay. Well, whatever. I was trying to look at like where stuff is on the map. So you have your seed of order over here. Somebody else had built a seed too, hadn't they? Yeah, there's a seed of chaos up. I don't know if we might have to have actual vision of the province to target it. I don't know. Estuary can add another province, and I mean, there's no reason not to just grab a quarry, even if we probably are going to lose it, right? I guess the reason is city stability, because every time you stretch out, you are losing. Yeah, you can see five stability per. I guess 5 stability per normal. Wow. So notice there's a -10 there that's just completely blank. It's from nothing, which is weird. I was going to say it doesn't seem like the special province improvements factor in, but maybe it does, and it's factoring in on that line that has been left suspiciously blank. What a weird thing. Yeah, I guess just kind of hang out in the middle. So this is your deal now. This kind of thing is your bag, baby. So yeah, 2 turns on this chrono gate, 3 turns on this one, and then when this chrono gate finishes, we want to start building the heart right down here in this city. So I would love to do it there. We'll see how the costs look. It might end up being reasonable. It is a lot of Imperium though, and we do not generate that much. And then once we have all 3 of them actually building, while they're building, we can work on adding some units to some armies or something. But for right now, I want you up here helping me fend off these attacks. Wait, that's not where the thing is. Whatever. We'll get there. I don't actually even know what units we have the ability to build. It's maybe a thing that I should be more concerned about. We can make witches and soothers and stuff. Nothing really great, actually. My alignment changed somehow for some reason. Got ourselves a mana obelisk. Can't build more mana building. Can build more gold building. Or do I want to just like start building the seed down here because it's going to take a long time because this city is a little bit less productive? You know, to be perfectly honest, I do not hate that. The one that we build on the surface ends up being the last one, which makes sense because it will also be the most vulnerable. So we don't want to start building the mid-tier one because it will cut off resources for the other one. So we need to build something that's not that expensive. I guess actually, yeah, a monolith would make sense here. Or this is 20 mana. Can we do better off of a special province improvement? If I build a channeling tower here, it'll give... The Chrono Gate gets a bonus from adjacent things, right? Yeah, so it would give +3 mana and evasion to the Chrono Gate. It would receive... Or no, we would build it here, right? Because I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it'd be adjacent to both of these. So it would be generating 16 by itself. This would be generating another 3. It is a 1 mana difference, and at the same time, it is cheaper in terms of both production and gold. Resonance fields would give us world map and combat casting points. We're pretty good on world map casting points, honestly. I don't know if... Is there a way for me to see what my current combat casting points are? Is it on the spell menu, maybe? Huh. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just curious. Okay, we'll worry about it later, I suppose. So yeah. Production from Estuary. I think I like a channeling tower. I guess the channeling tower is going to steal some food from us, but I don't care about that anymore, I don't think. Yeah. So we're slow rolling a little bit, but I think it's okay. All right, you get in here. Okay, there we go. Now I feel very secure up top. Are we in a good position to actually defend these buildings? I have no idea. Honestly, no idea. I could fold these two armies together for the moment. I guess there's not really a good reason to do so, though. We can already include 3 stacks worth of units in a battle, so... And in the end, I guess it's just going to be a bunch of evokers. We have a lot of, you know, lightning stuff. Alright, so production for Prime City. We would like to build the Heart of Astral, and we would like to do it, like, down here. 252 population, or 252 Imperium for population, so we're delaying that mana gain by a lot. The question, I suppose, is does it make enough sense? Like, is this better to a large enough degree than building it on top of this quarry? And you know what? I think the answer is no. I think we'll just go ahead and build it here. So, astral damage spells increase, deal extra lightning damage. Astral debuff spells inflict sundered resistance. Yeah, cool. Shouldn't be a problem. What's a Mystic Abbey do? Oh yeah, okay, that's not bad, but we have places to go. I want to save my Imperium for buying bonuses that still might matter. Searspire can grab another province. Huzzah! Okay. Free cities are declaring war on me. I don't even know where that is. Who cares? Yeah, we're really not generating as much mana and gold as we need to be able to maintain another army's worth of units, though, huh? I guess once these cities stop building their victory improvements, they can start building more mana and gold producing buildings. How long will it take this city to build the last tower? The Root of Astral will be 10 turns. Ooh, Mashara has built a Root of Order. Yeah, I clicked that away, but maybe we should actually go look at where that is. Emergency teleportation still pretty fast. This is a siege project, so this really has no value. I guess let's just take this so we can get our next tome. I don't think either of the other spells are valuable. Cure Uranon. People are just getting their asses kicked left and right. Okay, so the seed's down there, the root's over there. I mean, I am curious. How expensive is Astral Shattering? It's only 150 mana. But 150 mana, like that's an amount that matters in terms of slowing us down. And if she's just building her seed now, or her root now, we're probably fine. This is probably not a real race. So I will say, in terms of speed, though, speaking of speed of doing things. Oh, also, we got our Imperium. Let's go grab... Hell yeah. Teleportation Mastery. Get to use my teleporters as an instant full heal. That seems very good. And the mana's nice, too. It's 300 to build the thing, right? Yeah, so we're not that far off. I will finish the channeling tower, but we'll probably put the Root of Astral in the build queue as soon as it's available. That way we know those resources are counted and we can do other stuff. What did I not look at? I didn't look at some garbage I'm not going to take. Okay, cool, fine, great. What is this? This one was 100. We know we want that. And like it might be a good idea to pick up road building as well. We have time for those. But what I was saying is, I think what we discovered here is that there's not really a reason. It's not super useful to build up your knowledge as hard as we did, because you end up getting to the ability to build the buildings before you could possibly defend them, so you can't build them anyway. And you need to spend time like getting your infrastructure under you. I guess it's fair to say that this is too fast for building those buildings, but there are other reasons, right? To just getting knowledge so that you gain access to the tier 4 and 5 tomes worth of spells is worthwhile itself. I shouldn't dismiss that so quickly. All right, so next turn we can put the thing in the queue, and it doesn't look like we have to do anything at all this turn. We got Carissa back up here, and the enemies just stopped showing up completely. It's probably wise on their part, just frustrating is all. And then once we have this going, we're going to start Whiteborn as soon as we have the mana for that again. I don't actually know. Once we're done assembling, what is this? Meeting hostile Nullmock. Okay, whatever. I really don't need a splash screen for you met a random neutral. Okay, so let us. Stoneforge has sent a war party. Yeah, cool. We get to pick a new tome. So there is the Tome of the Reaper. If we're going undead, it probably... Does it make sense to do this? Does this have undead stuff? We can resurrect enemy units. We can summon the Reaper, who seems rad, but we can get that much use out of him. Harvest population honestly doesn't seem all that meaningful either. Yeah, I don't know that I care about that. What else would we get? The Tome of the Astral Mirror gives us... Mirror Veil is cool, but, you know, we don't have any of those units. Summon Astral Reflections, that's kind of whatever. Yeah, I actually don't think... Magic Deflection is cool, but I don't know that we're going to level up into it. I'm not sure that feels useful. We can pick up more nature affinity, I suppose. So this is the one that produces animals. Unleash the Beast. Yeah, that's pretty whatever. Target enemy unit takes 30 blight damage, and friendly units within a 2 hex range are healed. That's kind of cool. Parting Gift seems like planning for failure. Although, if you're using a bunch of zombies and stuff, actually, this is really cool. Gosh. I wonder if you were to go like heavy nature shadow, seems like it could be quite powerful. Makes all your magic attacks do blight damage. What does decaying do exactly? Just prevents healing, like it says. Battles that take place in this city's domain cycle through these various sort of weak effects. I mean, all friendly units becoming strengthened by 1 is pretty cool. And the Druid of the Cycle gives you the ability to bring your units back from the dead. This ability cannot be used until Life from Death triggers, when this unit kills another. Okay. So you have to kill something with your Druid of the Cycle, but that's like very powerful. I can see why they go to that effort. Slight chance of killing oh, okay. He has an assassinate. This tome actually seems very good. Let's take this one. And then show me diffuse health.
There is a cycle.
Hell yeah. Ooh, they're both available, and they're both really rad. I think we're gonna take this one, but they're both really rad. All right, so this was the turn where the thing becomes available. Let's throw it in the queue. Root of Astral, right there. Okay, there we go. We're committed. 10 turns. Is that the slowest of them? No, the heart's 11 turns from now. Okay. But what I was going to say is, I don't actually, after we build these, do we have to do another thing? We have to cast a spell. Channeling the spell takes 15 turns. So presumably it's going to eat all of our world points while we're doing that, right? Probably. Okay. So any world map casting stuff we want to do has to be done before then. I don't think there is a ton. I think we're cool to just and I guess now that we've committed the spell, we can start building our race transformation. Friendly undead units in this domain deal plus 10% damage. Okay. So we'll probably want to throw up a Domain of Death on the city on the surface at the very least, but actually it'd be kind of cool to get it up in each place. It's a little expensive in terms of souls. But maybe the enemy will deliver us some more souls. They seem to like doing that. Also, it's worth remembering we do have the ability to rush construction on these buildings. Not that I think it's necessarily the sort of thing we ought to be doing. So we did unlock access to... Okay, I don't know that we're going to be doing a lot more origin casting. Oh, you know what? That makes a good point, though. If it is the case that once we are in channeling the world... I'm assuming channeling the world spell is going to be eating 15 turns worth of casting points. If it doesn't, then this isn't a concern, obviously. But it would be really rad if it let us keep summoning units with our world map points. I guess we'll see whether that's available. Kyrianon has come back from the dead. Good for him. And I guess that's it. I guess we're good. There's a lot of waiting at this point in the plan. Now that we have all of our big buildings committed to, this is the time where we need to start building the units for the 4th army and filling in a little bit for this army. It would be nice if we had... Okay, Rathor Vek will send an army that'll fly in over here. Not a big deal. Let's do this for sure. Love to become undead. That's pretty rad, though. You have to admit, that's a very cool look. All right, we learned all about diffuse health, which seems just fantastic. Cause despair seems pretty bad. But we get no benefit out of this one, and we'll probably never build an astral trade relay, so let's just take this as a shuffle that doesn't cost 50 mana. And then, yeah, this is the time for constructions. So, also, for figuring out what other spells we want to cast. Do I have good units in my summoning queue? We have Banshees. So yeah, we could summon in some Banshees. It's worth noting that these are not of my race, though, so they don't get the Whiteborn bonus. Yeah. Well, let's what is Astral Blood again? Attunement Fortune. Yeah, that is cool. Let's make a Domain of Death up here in this city at the very least, though. I probably want to make sure to take Natural Recovery. Is there anything else that's really valuable that I'm missing? Casting Reserves is actually pretty... Yeah, gosh, maybe I want to take that right now, because it's going to help us get our world map spells down faster. Locking and Shuffling is cheaper. Ooh, we probably want Quickening. I don't know that we're going to need the Rite of Astral Abundance. That doesn't feel necessary, but Quickening is definitely valuable. So we can grab that in 2 turns. Natural Recovery can wait, probably. And they're of roughly equal importance. It kind of doesn't matter. Yeah. This city. Make it a Domain of Death. It's not super obvious that has happened. I guess it has like purple stuff coming off of it now if you look really close. And it is 60 souls to do that again. So we would need a bunch of enemies to come and die here. Although actually, the Domain of Death does make enemies drop extra souls, so that's cool. I did it mostly for the plus 10% damage to all my units. Yeah, and then we're out of casting points, so we may as well run to the next turn. Oh, but I was going to put stuff in the queue. We're going to want, no matter what, we're going to want at least a couple of evokers, right? We can build spell shields. These are not terrible. Let's put an evoker in the queue. We'll start there. What does it cost to buy an evoker outright? The base 100 plus another 280. Okay. Good to know. So, if we can just hold out here and hopefully not get attacked by too many players. These guys are burning my quarry. That's kind of annoying. I would like it if they weren't doing that. We might want to step in over here. Unfortunately, I think it's like a couple of turns of movement out, and it's going to move us away from the place where we need to be when Rathorvetch's army shows up. Or maybe this is? Nope, this is a war party from Stoneforge. Alright, we learned Cause Despair. Projectiles of Decay is a thing we might actually make use of. Cosmic Overdrive is still kind of unimpressive. Fetid Legion will not affect any units, really. So that feels like a no-brainer. It's true, I have built a Seed of Astral. That means you can get on something else. I mean, what else makes sense? What else matters? We can't make a monolith, but we could make a special province improvement over top of the hut at like basically 0 loss. So, oh, this city doesn't have a chrono gate. Should we build one? It's going to take forever, but it will generate 15 mana just straight up because of the thing we bought. And it gives us another ability to instantly heal units. That's probably worth doing. Okay. With all that stuff going, what else do we want to cast here? We could probably put up another like unit enchantment or two that affects our casters for sure. But I probably want to be building units. Maybe I should have spent some mana shuffling Projectiles of Decay, because like there are definitely some units we could be researching, like the Druid of the Cycle, where I would be quite happy to have them. We can throw a Banshee down. I don't know. I'm not like super wild about the Banshee. It is nice to be able to drop 2 weakened on a large portion of the enemies. That is cool. They cost 20 upkeep per, so we actually probably want to wait to summon our units until like the last thing. If we're going to do other stuff, we should do other stuff first. Do we want to just like prep like a lightning torrent and just have it sitting? Maybe. Feels like a little bit of a waste. And we don't have infinite mana. Well, maybe I want to get Astral Blood. Honestly, like with the ability to cast on the first turn and all of the combat casting points we have, Attunement Fortune is 10 points per stack. It's 10% per stack, right? That actually is probably significant. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. Do we want to be building units in the capital as well? Probably, right? If we're going to build a pair of evokers, we should have them building simultaneously. Although, gosh, the capital's not good at building units. All right, that's fine. Still plenty of time. The evoker will be done before the heart is, and that's definitely, at the very least, good enough. All right, so I don't know. There's no reason not to just grab this now, right? It'll make my life a little bit easier fighting these war parties if our units are just regenerating super fast. They never need to leave our turf anyway. I guess actually we can just hit you now. May as well. Alright, this feels like we are outclassing them just the tiniest little bit. Alright, that was 53 souls, y'all. That's pretty alright. Okay, so 53 souls means that we can cast another Domain of Death if we want. Alright, captured Fern Gold here. Sadly, nobody leveled up. Yeah, we might want to, might want a Domain of Death again. So that's your second one as well. Okay, I mean, the other players are starting to put a little bit of pressure on. What turn is it? I missed the, wasn't paying attention during the announcement just now. Whatever. I doubt any of them are going to actually beat us to it, but honestly, we probably couldn't afford to wait very long. Let's go ahead and give ourselves some astral blood. Okay, we are looking pretty rad, in my opinion. Not you, you. Yeah, it's a good vibe. It's a strong vibe. Just stand right there and wait. One turn left on that evoker. So we might want to spin the wheel for the Druid of the Cycle here. If it doesn't come up right away. Let's make this one yours. The Fog of Insanity targets a friendly city. Battles in the domain have the Fog of Insanity enchantment, which causes enemies to have a base 10%. That's kind of soft, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't really like any of these. I don't want to do too much shuffling, because obviously the cost is real, but we can do better than that, right? Don't love this. Don't love that. One more? Yeah, the Living Fog. This is a thing that's worth researching. What is your base? Your base defensive stats are 5-3 with 120 health. Actually, yeah. A couple of those would be good for sort of bolstering the health of our... Okay, 2 war parties in the same turn. Bolstering the health of our very caster-heavy army designs. Well, I was going to say I kind of wish we could get that a little bit faster, but this guy's bringing us some knowledge. He's gonna help out. Just give him a second. Oh, shoot. I passed the turn with casting points uncasted. No. What a fool. Because, like, there's definitely some more stuff we want to get, right? Since the world spell is a channeling spell, I'm assuming that you can cast it, like you can start it up and have it running the turn that you finish the building. Oh, also, I forgot to start the production of a new unit here, and I think we do probably want more evokers. Fricka, Dionysus's Seed of Chaos was lost. That's cool. Alright, 500 knowledge. That's 2 turns off of the Living Fog. We can't all quite get in range to attack the Presidian army, but they're on the way. They're coming. Alright, 3 turns left on the Invoker, 5 turns left on the Heart. And yeah, I kind of don't want to... okay, next turn. I kind of don't want a Gold Rush, I think. I think we want to let this finish constructing manually, but we probably want to launch the spell the turn that happens. So this coming turn, we should get the ability to summon Living Fogs. So we're just saving mana, I guess. I could have put up another unit enchantment, probably. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to damage our mana income. Like, I want to make sure we have enough mana to really cast a lot of spells. I like this little magical veil that we've set up here. Feels very strong. Okay. Obviously, you are toast. Surrender your knowledge unto me. Ooh. Dead Evoker, huh? I don't love that. It's just an Evoker, though. Yeah, we can do better. It would probably be worth it to spend mana to make that not happen. Because we're already kind of running a time thing here, right? Alright, welcome to the domain of death, nerds. Alright, now we gotta watch out for the Berserk as always. Oh, I am allowed to cast... I am allowed to have bought the skill to cast on the first turn, but I didn't actually click. Yo, mirror mimics are upsetting to look upon. I did not realize the degree of that. So yeah, I mean, we want to move up a little bit. What do you have? So you have a 4-step teleport. Reckless Rage. Ugh, you're kind of an annoyance, huh? Alright, well... let's gather people up. Could have cast this before doing any movement. I think we're actually pretty okay where we are. Man, it's really hard to move in this terrain. I kind of hate this map. Alright, we'll like, group together over here a little bit. Alright, the ability to gain static charge is kind of cool, I guess. She has 10 million abilities. Okay, interesting. I was not expecting the hero to run out ahead like that. I guess they have Blink, so that is something. Well, we sure did lose an Evoker before the battle started. Okay. So the Wand of Domination, out of curiosity, let's just like sweep it over 2/3, 90%. It would be pretty powerful if we pulled you. Let's try it. Yep. Of course. Sort of goes without saying, doesn't it? Yeah, grazing is definitely one of my least favorite mechanics about this game. It's just like, what if you had two separate miss chances for no reason? There's like nothing interesting accomplished by grazing existing in the game. It's just like sometimes you will still miss even when you hit. So we probably want to phase you in. Like, I really want to get rid of their hero. Don't necessarily know that I want to put myself in a big fire. You know what? Hold on. So the Astral Keepers only get their one click. So right now you have a melee attack for 12. It's certainly not very impressive. But like, what would I want to become on Mimic? A Soother? Like, the thing about this army is that it has the one... I guess that Phase Beast... Yeah, okay, Phase Beast has a pretty solid heavy charge. Can I get it from here? I can. So when I do this, it's going to still let me attack, right? Yeah, this means it preserves 1 point. Okay, that gives me a little something to work with. We could summon undead if I sprint, so I'm slippery. I'm still probably not going to be able to actually do that much damage to Lyra because of having to drop into the water to get around the side. I could phase you to here and then just kind of take like a crummy shot. Yeah, it's something like that. It's not very impressive. I don't really care about overchannel here. What you do not have is a bonus movement thing, which is a real shame. Yeah, okay, we have Demon Step. Were I to Demon Step right now, I could get this far. I mean, it'll draw some attention. And it allows me to pin this thing. Yeah, they had to kill the enemy. They had to kill our guy in one attack, because if they had left him up, we would have been able to heal him to full pretty trivially. All right, I think a lot of these units are not going to be able to help out with the killing of the hero, so let's just burn this thing down. You guys still might be able to. You can run up to here and just take a 30%. All right. You kind of don't get to do anything fun this turn. I apologize. And so I am trying to minimize my spell casting, right? But I'm not opposed to like dropping an ablation on this guy or doing something meaner. Oof, we're gonna eat some shit here. But being undead does help. So how much health do you have left? 29. With only 2 points of that's actually interesting. With only 2 points of magic resistance, I can get to here and take a pair of 50/50s. We might actually just be able to do this. Nope. Okay, well now I'm sure I can kill you with a spell cast. So that's something. Would love to not have to spend the spell cast though. Alright, yeah, getting rid of that thing was definitely high import. And then I think I'm going to cast a very cheap, just like see if we can lock this thing up. It is immune to frozen. That's a shame. I mean, obviously we have more dramatic stuff. I just don't want to use it. We could diffuse health. We don't really need it, though, I don't think. This thing has heavy charge strike, so it can't actually take much advantage of being right next to us. I think I'm okay just hitting end turn here. Okay, they're going to have a hard time burning Carissa down for sure. Okay, easy enough. Turns out I cannot outperform the AI on this battle in particular. Weird for the Berserk unit to decide it needs to run into melee range to perform its ranged attack, but I guess it's fine. Alright, so kill your retaliation. Then I don't have anybody else who... Oh, no, you have heavy charge strike, right. Okay. Yeah, I suppose I just want to turn off retaliation, right? And now that that's off... this thing's hardly even worth killing, honestly. Does it not displace more than once a round? I was expecting it to keep teleporting away. Alright. That's pretty much the end of the battle then, because that's the only one unit they had that could deal real damage to us. And then, yeah, actually all they have left is scouts. It's really embarrassing. This is a bad army composition, but they sure did have burst damage. All right, I assume this thing's going to just run away. Well, I gotta tell you, friend, that seems pretty inadvisable. Wow. Nobody can do even close to the damage that is predicted of them against this tier 1 scout unit. Alright. You know, 72 souls. That is something. Alright, so we got our living fog. That's pretty fun. Get to pull ourselves another tome. What do we have in terms of... Just the Tome of Vigor, huh? Well... We could grab something that's like totally off type here. Or we could just grab more... Yeah, we could just grab the Tome of the Reaper. That's fine. We actually have the souls to put a Reaper together if we want to.
Divine gift of their souls, merely attempting to bring some semblance of hope to their petty lives.
March for Death is
They
pretty
truly
cool.
lack vision, What wasted potential?
I wish this had gotten
They are unworthy
the
of such
reduction.
an effective source of power.
Tier 4 mythic
We
unit
must
can instantly
correct
kill
this
units.
oversight by rending the spirit,
Yeah.
using it to fuel the darkest of arts, and bringing delightful undeath unto the land.
I guess just give me Summon Reaper anyway. I don't think we're actually going to be able to use it, but... Okay, another level for the hero. Is there another level of Magecraft? Ooh, Weaver would give us a second shot at the Wand of Domination, I think. Base 30% chance to inflict insanity. Your magic attacks crit. That's pretty compelling, y'all. Arcane Surge is also very good. I feel like it's got to be maximized magic, right? And then it's probably the Surge on next level up. What do we want for you? Frost weapons is good in the same way, right? And there's nothing really compelling going on in here, so yeah, just like attacks that do a huge variety of damage types. Yeah, that melee strike's starting to get pretty real. I gotta remember to take this. Want to be able to cast on the first turn of combat for sure. Definitely would like to introduce a living fog to my army. Maybe even more than one, honestly. We have the time for that. Okay, so... this army definitely wants the Evoker. What did it cost to buy this Evoker? 170? Yeah, I'll do that. Because I am wondering if it is time to head Carissa down. You probably want a caster. This army is going to want at least one more melee. This is where the Living Fog can go, probably. I think we still have incoming, though. You know, it can wait a little bit. We're really, really close to finishing that building, though, right? Four turns. Okay, we don't have anything in particular coming in. Let's summon that Living Fog right here. Okay, don't know what that camera movement was about. Seer Spire can't quite annex the things that I want. That's frustrating. Well, another quarry doesn't hurt. And I think just give me another Living Fog, right? Each one of these things costs Imperium and mana upkeep. I mean, they're good. I don't... Yeah. Yeah, they're good. That is a little harsh. Looking, are there like any other unit enchantments or anything that we want to run? Because if so, it might make sense to throw those up first. See, what's interesting about this one is it doesn't reduce damage at all. It's pure increase. And decaying seems pretty all right. The upkeep cost of this is going to be in the 30s as well. We're probably actually better off doing the Living Fog first. Gosh, maybe I don't want to... Okay, I'm going to summon the Living Fog. Maybe I don't want to do that and the other thing. because it is like really a lot of mana upkeep. All right. Each of these buildings actually does stuff too, right? Astral spells get cheaper. You get bolstered resistance when casting astral buffs and heals. That's all fine. It's not super exciting. I have built Root of Astral. Huzzah! Maybe it's Hornfrog's army that gets the other living fog. You know what? I'll drop it here. Hold on. We'll make this decision. Because like this army is magic, magic, magic. Yeah, that probably makes sense. We probably needed one more melee, since Hornfrog is a magic a ranged unit as well. Just a little bit of space control. It's pretty important. And this is when we get the ability to build roads. Make sure we can actually move where we're going to need to move. So we go down to the bottom. Okay, it's like a switch you turn on, right? So this, and then turn back around and immediately run out of movement. That's fine. Yeah. You know what? Just dump your evoker over here. You come and collect this evoker. I guess her army can also be put in generate roads mode. Okay. Oh, and I have... I mean, I guess it makes sense to grab this, right? We want our territory to cover as much of the path as possible for the healing effect. Mistuary can build something else now. Probably this monolith, actually. Well, it would be cheaper to build like a Mystic Abbey, but it's also half as much mana. Yeah, it's a little scary because it's kind of a lot of gold. But I think it's right. We're just going to get a little low on gold is all. And we're about to be done. Can I annex another province? Oh, I guess I'm out of the... We're butted right up against them. Okay, yeah. We're just out of room. So you have 2 melee, 2 ranged, with a 3rd ranged building in here. We're about to be out of time. Like, it's about to be time to start casting the world spell. And it still might be the case that I'm wrong and we don't actually have to worry about not being able to build units or to summon units, but I don't know. Maybe I just want to fill with evokers from here because we do have 2 powerful melee already. So I guess the question is, like, I guess putting this up makes sense. It doesn't have that much upkeep. It is just free damage. We're going to be casting spells in combat a lot. We definitely need to be building mana buildings in our cities after we are done producing the roots and whatnot. And with that, I think we are ready to start the construction, or ready to move on to the penultimate turn before it is time to do the thing. Gosh, I hope we prepared well enough for this. I do feel like I'm on the clock a little bit. Like, I don't want to slow things down at all, even though it would definitely be beneficial to our overall to do so. I should probably be paying attention up top, huh? All right. People are building those buildings all over the place. Why do I have to target anywhere? Shouldn't I just launch? Yeah, okay. Oh, actually, I wonder. That's a sustained world spell. I wonder if that'll be canceled by our other sustained world spell. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Do you have to re-engage the road mode every turn? That's annoying. I guess I understand why it would work that way, so you don't accidentally bankrupt yourself by not paying attention. But I feel like the proper answer to that problem is the player pays attention, not whatever. I mean, the player pays attention is the right solution to the problem they created instead, too, which is, I think, just reinforces my feeling that it should work the other way. Anyway, we are 70 minutes into the episode. I didn't realize. I was thinking this would be a good point to stop, like right before the event, and maybe I actually should have stopped a little earlier. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we shall find out if we were supposed to, if it was like critically important that we win via the plot of the mission, or if just winning is in fact good enough. And we'll see you then.